In a bustling town, there lived two men whose lives were vastly different yet intertwined by fate. Their homes stood side by side, offering a stark contrast to anyone who passed by. The first was a grand mansion, adorned with ornate decorations and surrounded by lush gardens. This was the home of the rich man, Leonard. He had amassed a great fortune through his successful business ventures and lived a life of luxury and opulence. Despite his wealth, Leonard was a man plagued by a constant sense of dissatisfaction. No matter how much he acquired, he always felt a void, a yearning for something more. Next to Leonard's mansion was a modest, humble cottage. It belonged to a man named Samuel. Samuel was a poor man by material standards, working as a carpenter. His home was simple, his possessions few, but his heart was full of contentment. Every morning, Samuel would wake up with a smile, greet the day with gratitude, and go about his work with joy. His laughter was a common sound in the neighborhood, a melody of pure happiness that resonated with everyone who heard it. Leonard often watched Samuel from his window, puzzled by the stark difference in their dispositions. Here he was, with every luxury at his fingertips, yet constantly restless and unhappy. Meanwhile, Samuel, with his worn-out clothes and simple meals, radiated a sense of peace and joy that Leonard couldn't comprehend. This contrast gnawed at Leonard's mind, sparking a curiosity he could no longer ignore. One crisp autumn morning, Leonard decided to seek answers. He walked over to Samuel's cottage, feeling a mix of curiosity and a touch of envy. Samuel was outside, tending to his small vegetable garden, humming a cheerful tune. Seeing Leonard approach, Samuel greeted him warmly, inviting him to sit on a wooden bench under the shade of a large oak tree. "Samuel," Leonard began, struggling to find the right words, "I have been observing you for a while now. You have so little compared to me, yet you seem so happy. How is that possible?" Samuel looked at Leonard, his eyes twinkling with kindness and understanding. He took a moment, as if gathering his thoughts, then spoke in a gentle voice. "Leonard, my friend, happiness is not found in the abundance of possessions or wealth. True happiness comes from within, from appreciating what we have and being content with it." Leonard listened intently, a look of confusion still lingering on his face. Samuel continued, "I may not have much in terms of material wealth, but I have my health, my skills, and the love of my family and friends. Every day, I wake up grateful for these blessings. I find joy in the simple things, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of children, the beauty of nature. I don't dwell on what I lack. Instead, I cherish what I have." The words struck a chord in Leonard's heart. He realized that he had been so focused on acquiring more and more that he had forgotten to appreciate the blessings in his life. His mansion, his luxury cars, his expensive clothes, none of these had brought him the happiness he sought because he was always yearning for the next big thing, the next acquisition. Over the following days, Leonard pondered Samuel's wisdom. He began to make small changes in his life. He took time to enjoy the simple pleasures he had previously overlooked, the beauty of his garden, the comfort of his home, the companionship of his friends. He started to practice gratitude, acknowledging the good in his life rather than fixating on what he didn't have. Slowly but surely, Leonard's perspective began to shift. He found himself smiling more, feeling lighter, and experiencing a sense of peace that had eluded him for so long. The emptiness that once consumed him started to fade, replaced by a growing contentment. Leonard and Samuel's friendship blossomed, bridging the gap between their worlds. They spent many evenings together, sharing stories and laughter. Leonard learned to appreciate the value of a simple, meaningful life, while Samuel continued to live his days with a heart full of gratitude. In time, Leonard came to understand a profound truth. True happiness isn't measured by wealth or possessions but by the ability to find joy in what we have and to be grateful for life's blessings. Through Samuel's example, Leonard discovered that contentment and happiness are treasures far greater than any riches he could ever amass.